All right, this is a screencast about how to summarize a story. Summarizing a story is different than summarizing factual or expository reading, where you're talking about real events or news stories. So, when you retell the story, it's the short version, just the facts. And when you tell your version, it includes a few important things like who, what, when, where. Let's go back. Who, what, when, where. What happens. How people feel about it. So, what do they do as a result? So, what do they do? And as a result of their actions, what happens? How do things finish at the end? So, this is basically called the setting. Then there's an event that kicks things off. Usually it's a problem. Make sure you include that, but also include how people feel about it. Sometimes they feel shock, fear, loss. Very often it's negative emotions like that. Sometimes it's delight. They think something great is going to happen. But as a result, the main characters respond somehow. They want to make something change. They do something. They take actions and big things happen. This is what's typically called the climax. Then at the end, all the loose ends are tied up. In a fairy tale, this is the part where they say, and they all lived happily ever after. Here's my example. So this video is about a boy named Jack who lived with his poor mother in a cottage. They needed money, so Jack went to sell their cow. Instead of money, he came back with magic beans. His mother felt angry and threw the beans out the window, but Jack was excited. So Mom threw the beans out the window, but overnight they grew into a gigantic beanstalk that reached into the clouds. And as a result of the beanstalk being there, Jack climbed up, met an angry giant who wanted to eat him, had to escape from the giant, stole a magic goose that laid golden eggs, climbed back down the beanstalk, chopped down the beanstalk so the giant couldn't chase him, and finally, he and his mom never had to worry about the giant or money because they had a goose that laid golden eggs. So they lived happily ever after. Okay? Make sure you include that language. Who, when, where, what happens, how they feel. So what do they do? And as a result of their actions, what happens? And how do things wind up at the end? Happy summarizing.